audio works. I'll just pull up the stream on my phone. See if it works. Please, 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 please. Learned it off my mates. Oh, yeah, nah, a bit too weird. Yeah, I know. $29 views. Try talking her, Carter. God, you're the stream on. I don't know what's wrong. Still can't hear you. Oh, dearie me, Jeff. See if you're including your audio. Oh, it's gone to shambles.
Right,
what?
Try now. Try now.
Let's see.
Let's give it a little listen with the Safina running down the back straight. All the cars getting ready for lights out. Have we got a voice?
Yes, we've got a voice.
We've
Come on,
got
Carter.
a voice. Come on. Oh, that took a little bit longer than necessary.
Yes.
I really dug into the deep depths of
Hell.
my settings and somehow managed to find the share button for my voice.
Oh my God, man.
But that's not easy to find. They should really make that a little bit more accessible.
It's gonna cry, man. It's gonna be a solo man warrior. I need someone experienced in here, you know. They now reform. I'm gonna stand up for this.
Right. Do you want to do lights out?
You can do lights out.
Since you were here to begin with?
Take the stage, mate. Take the stage.
You sure? Right, okay.
Sure.
I'll run lights out for you. Severe Scott has been disqualified, so he might run a little bit more chilly tyres and he won't get the best possible start here. We're waiting for the final man. That will be Bansal Prance in the Red Bull Racing to line up. He's got a pretty decent grid slot, actually, whether that was actually him or not. Everyone, the grid reorganising itself, and we're still stuck on this one at behind. I don't understand why that keeps happening. But it's a very long pause at the start, and we are away, and the Williams has got a pretty decent start and has managed to get across behind the Haas, and we go to a very awkward camera angle to start the race. This is someone that I'd like to see in the middle of the race, and oh, that's the Alpine soaring up the inside. We're just going to watch on back of the Haas here as the Rebels absolutely crunched it around the inside, and he's going to leave absolutely no room. The Alpine falling behind the Red Bull there. That will be Eat My Dust holding position after the start of the race. For some reason, Paulie Orange has got the interval sector on him rather than TF Domino. Got no idea why. Other than that, you got the Alpine at the back. Speed Alcoholic had a little look around the Alfa Romeo. They elected not to go for it. I think he's probably going to have a better opportunity down at the newly formed hairpin. You can run a little bit more speed in now, but it's not quite as tight as a corner. So it's a bit of a 50-50 on whether you can make a move work better or work worse. But it's definitely further front where we should be paying attention. It's three of these cars going down the final straight. The Alfa Romeo is going to lunge. It's a massive lunge, and he really overcooks the corner, and the Alpine gets really leery, and that slows his teammate down, and that starts a little bit of a domino effect just behind them, and the Williams is probably going to be able to sneak up the inside of the AlphaTauri here because of that incident. He was just far back enough to get away from that incident per se, but then now he can really seize the opportunity, and they're battling right towards wheel to wheel through the entire third sector. I'm not quite sure how that's physically possible, but the Williams has managed to get himself through on the very last corner of the first lap.
Side by side in no speed gone past Eat My Dust before the first corner. Fair play. The two Alpines just chilling, in my opinion, from what I've seen from my perspective.
Yeah, the two Alpines, surely they must work together by now.
Yeah, because the ones on hards.
They're running on tandems. You got Eat My Dust on hards on behind. So long as Eat My Dust can stay in that DRS range, these two can push up the grid. And the further you push up the grid, the more you can just toy
Except
with
the two yellow
with
flag.
the people around them. Oh yeah, yellow flag 6-2. That is Severe Scott.
So he's Scott in the Aston Martin.
I think he's had a bit of a severe accident there because he's right in the back of the grid now.
Yeah. He's gonna have to play the long game now. To be fair, if I'm honest, I don't see him running on these tyres and getting up a few places. I reckon he just boxes, sticks on the yard, play the long game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Depending whether he has wing damage or not.
So the only real biggest change is the Alfa Romeo, who somehow managed to finish in 10th so far, after that nice little conundrum of his. So he's down 5 places, but other than that, most people are only up 1 or 2. Front 3 staying in formation as well, but it's opened up.
Top 3.
Yeah, I've got to say the grid has opened up quite a lot, other than the front runners, which is what we love to see.
Very much indeed. So
It's fast as sector 1 for Paulie Orange. So whether he can make something work, and I think that is an Alfa Romeo, and Eat
that's
My
the Alfie.
Dust.
Oh.
Eat My Dust has had a pretty gnarly little accident. He's moved down 6 places from his original grid slot. So, yep, it's going to be a nice, difficult race for him. DRS obviously enabled this time round, so could it be possible for the Haas to make a move anytime soon?
The Haas. Corey just digging for that nah, I've messed up my words. Just trying to stay within that DRS range. He keeps buffering between a second and 9/10. It's like he can't decide. He's like an ice cream. He can't decide what flavour he wants.
So down that main DRS straight, the Haas pulled about 3/10 to the Williams. So he's going to have to be within half a second if he wants to try a move at all, because that's not a lot for a DRS zone actually. Only 3/10, but Paulie Orange is just on a bit of a hunt, a 10th faster than his fastest so far. These two are pushing each other.
I think I think Corey's maybe saving his battery for a later lap where he can put on push while they're all on the same lap tyres. If he can stay about there, and he burns his ERS in 1 lap, he will catch up tremendously if the others have burnt all theirs in these first couple of laps, because it will give him such a big advantage. As he's just playing, from what I see, his battery's at around 60. It's really just a matter of trusting your instincts here. The Haas is catching. He's going to go down the inside of the Williams, but it's unable. And he's spun!
Tragedy for the Haas. That is poor. That is unlucky.
The ones on the Fortune Haas on the podium.
Poor Paulie Orange. Like he was running in quite a close tandem. Put the throttle down a little too early. Back end. See you later.
And now TF has got such a big advantage. He's just playing into his hands like it's nothing. Can do whatever he wants now, really. As long as he keeps this gap, he gets to make the choice whether he wants to, you know. Oh, you know what I mean. Well, still got many laps to go, to be fair, so anything can happen here, as we've seen many people spin out, drop down a few places, so. The Williams, it's a game. a bit of an incident.
Yeah, very, very spread out grid very quickly. This is the closest battle, and it's not even a second. This I've got a feeling this is going to be a bit of a quiet day at the office because, as of right now, it certainly is.
Not unless a safety car happens or virtual maybe, forcing people to pit. I don't see the grid reforming / getting back together, if you want to say that. I mean, soon, Talos may even get lapped if he's slow enough. Which I doubt unless he does a couple more spins. Oh, and the Aston Martin's gone off track, as we can see. Ooh, it's had a severe incident. Stuck on track for a bit there. Thought he was out, to be fair.
Well, we can quite clearly see that Paulie Orange is doing slightly better. Oh, sorry, that's my fan. Doing a lot better than what he should be because he's crunched the time to Speed Alcoholic down to just 0.6. So this is something to watch, something to get a little bit excited about. The Haas back on a little rampage. Lovely stuff.
We'll set the one yellow flag, it's the McLaren of Biceps.
Yeah, that is the McLaren Bicep Man.
Oh, and the Haas has lost his traction there, control of the car. I think he was under a bit of too much pressure, maybe. No, yeah, he's got DRS. I thought he didn't have DRS though. I mean, there is another fight going down in the field between Banzo Prenat and Biceps Man, with the McLaren only being about a second behind, which is also one to watch in my opinion. And the Williams and the Alpine are quite tight as well, as It's a Game is on the better compound, the faster compound, so it should be a good fight here. If It's a Game can catch up to within DRS zone, seeing if Eat My Dust can defend it, or whether he's just got the natural pace. Paulie Orange now within 4 attempts. Into the chicane they both go.
And the battle up at the top as well, down at the bottom, is also getting very heated. But that might be because Banzel Pernat is AI. So
Carter, you may want to watch this. The Haas goes for an
he's going for it. He's going for it.
Oh, what's he going to do here?
Move made. Only just, though.
The Alpine thought better not fight. Better not waste his tyres.
I wouldn't have that if I was the Alpine. I reckon next lap he's going to have something to say about that, because he was very, very close to managing to get past him again. So I reckon. Oh, Mercedes stopped. That is Talos KG. He spun out on the gravel, just on the outside of that main straight. So nothing to worry about.
Going to lap him now.
He is about to get lapped.
And if he laps him just by this straight, he'll get DRS as well, won't he? So I'll give him a big lift.
Yeah. Poorly Orange beginning to
Catch up.
gain a little bit of a distance. Also having a much better battery at the moment, so
Yeah.
I can see him pulling away a little bit now. He's got another 10th until... No, they will have DRS. He will get DRS. Oh, no, he might not. Oh, I'm not sure. Has he got DRS? I don't think he has. No, no DRS. This gives a brilliant opportunity for Poorly Orange to get away. And really, well, I say get away, get on the back of Core, he's already picked up casually. I didn't even notice.
Yeah. I mean, Paulie Orange is obviously the man to watch here, as he's just catching up to anyone as if it was nothing. It's like not even a competition for him, the way he's catching up to people at the moment.
Yeah, he's definitely a man on a mission.
He wants to land on Mars. Can definitely say that. He wants to make sure that he can show the people what Haas can do.
Yeah.
As Jishnu on the back of Amir in the AlphaTauri Emirs with 3 temps on board with Jishnu. Amir goes a bit deep there into the corner. It looks like Jishnu. Don't know how you want me to pronounce his name, but that's the way I will.
I'm seeing a move happening here.
Yeah, same.
Oh, the Red Bull, I think, lifted for a second, so he's just completely let the Haas, so he knows he's got no chance, so he's not going to fight it.
Well,
I'm pretty sure. I think he lifted.
Between the Alfa Romeo and the AlphaTauri here, unfortunately, we didn't see that, but the Alfa Romeo catching, he's going to make a move down the inside here. They go side by side into the corner, and he sticks the move, the Alfa Romeo. He's now up into P5. It's a good race so far. You said it's going to be a boring day at the office. Well, it's sure turned out to be somewhat better than that, isn't it?
Well, I never said boring day at the office. I just said it might be a bit quiet. But I am being proven to be wrong right now. All of a sudden, it's gone from being quite a open and spread pack, and everyone's condensed back down again. And I'm not complaining. I'm absolutely loving it right now.
Yeah.
So.
See? Oh, and oh my god. Koru is closing in on Paulie Orange. As they go around the turn, into the chicane now. See if Kuru can get a good exit out of here. Does he have DRS? He should do. He has DRS. Oh, that was my pedal, sorry. Catching. Down to about 6 temps. The thing I'm seeing here is Koru's just saving his battery. I mean, you look at it, it's at 73%. Whereas the leaders in front, well, I mean, TF can save his all he wants because he's just having a stroll in the park here. He doesn't have to do anything in the world. Whereas Paulie Orange is using quite a bit of his ERS with about 40%.
Well, the battle for 5th is quieting down a little bit. Amir is just beginning to pop off the pace. He's now 1.3 behind, and is actually letting eat my dust catch up to him a little bit. So all of a sudden, it's a battle for 6th rather than a battle for 5th.
Yes, but these points will be very vital in the constructors for Alpine, as we can see a P4 and 7 for them, which is very good results.
Yeah, very decent.
I mean, Eat My Dust gets a move here done in the next couple of laps on Amir. I mean, he's on the harder compound, the long-lasting one. He'll be able to live it out. He'll probably, would say Amir. Yeah, I don't know actually. This race is a bit like a mix and match where you go and get different sweets and you put it in the pot.
That is a great analogy. That is a brilliant analogy. I love it.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the compliment.
Alright. Was Eat My Dust had an absolute cracker of a start. Had joined up with his teammate, and then he did a Sebastian Vettel and had a bit of a spin.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he's back in the game again, right on the back of this AlphaTauri.
You can commentate this one if you want.
Surprisingly, riding the brakes a little bit through the final corner just to keep the front end tucked in behind the AlphaTauri. Is he going to go for a switch? Is he going to go to the inside? He's going to go to the outside. That's an interesting proposition, but he's going to get the move done. I'm surprised to say that, but the AlphaTauri could probably get the switchback here. No, he backs off. Amir deciding not to go for the switchback, even though he did have a rear wheel in. At the sort of the very last seconds, he's going to have to try and go for maybe a lunge or possibly wait for the next DRS straight. But very impressive in deciding to go to the outside, although it is quite smart because he went to the outside. He had the outside for the first corner, but then the inside for the second, and then obviously outside for the next one. So I can understand why you'd want the inside for the second corner, because that's the one that's going to be more of a deal breaker rather than the third. You know, it's difficult to hook a move around that long right-hander. So, fair enough. But still, the guy had the move done in the first corner, which is the most impressive bit. And he's already pulled away a seconds. I can't see him not catching up to this Alfa Romeo soon. Yeah.
But in racing, like, yeah, pace is stronger than that, but big brains, how smart you are and how good you are and how much you use the track is also a good thing to do, and be able to know what to do in that situation, which I think most people wouldn't do it, but if it works, I'm alright. I think it's coming to the pit stop period, and Xavier Scott got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. I mean, the top three's kind of died out now, hasn't it, really, Carter?
Yeah, the top three's gotten quiet. Damiano definitely taken advantage of what happened in the first couple of laps, and he's pulled away 8 seconds. So we're going to need a safety car if you want anything to change there. That's another great point. We've gone 15 laps of racing. All 12 drivers that started. He's boxed.
Sorry, my bad. Didn't mean to
all 12 drivers that started are still going. We haven't had a single DNF yet. Yeah, let's keep an eye on board. He's switching on to hard, so they'll be going to the end of the race on that set of tyres. Righty, I'm going to have to leave you to it.
You're going to have to go.
Yes, I do. I don't have forever, but I might be back. I might not be. Depends on how long this race takes. Safety cars and all that. So, I'll catch you in a bit.
Catch you in a bit. Now, the important thing here to remember is if Jushnu puts up an absolutely cracking fight against TF, he's going to hold TF by quite a bit and give the other front runners quite a bit of an advantage by cutting into his time, which I think Jish is trying to fight his way through, but TF is just defending whatever he can. He's also on his outlap, trying to warm up his tyres as well, which also gives him a disadvantage. So we'll see what happens there, as Eat My Dust is catching up to both of them. Eat My Dust has got a perfect watching spot here. He can just pounce on whether Jishnu or Diamond, but But they both have to pit Eat My Dust and Jishnu. That's the only bad thing. They'll probably come out about P9. Oh, and Jishnu decides to pit this lap. See what he goes on to. 5-second time penalty for him speeding in the pit lane. Now, you do not want to see that when you're in a race. At all. That's going to put him at a big disadvantage. He's going to go onto the hards, stick it for the whole race. Well, Eat My Dust can go for probably about 20-something laps. Just try stick behind Tia for as long as he can. Try stay in the DRS if he can. And just play the waiting game. Wait for someone to make a mistake, then he can box if he wants. And he can maybe... He's probably put low fuel on, maybe. Waiting for a safety car to happen. You know, it's a gamble, but it's a good gamble. You never know. Things can swap really fast within a lap. Within any sector of a lap or second. As now Speed Alcoholic comes into the track as that is a Aston Martin that has spawned on my track map. He's gonna go on hards. He's gonna stick it. I think everyone's just gonna go on hards here. But the only one on softs is Talos in last place, which he kind of has to go on the softs if you think about it. Like, he's last place, he's 29 seconds behind, he's gonna get lapped. His race is pretty much over. I mean, the front two runners yet still to come in. I would come in if I was them, because TF is just catching up to them no matter what. He's just an absolute beast on track today. I don't know what he's done. He's probably drunk some Red Bull or something. But he's on enhanced performance. And as I say, that poorly orange comes into the pits. He's gonna stick on the yards probably here. I think everyone would. Yep, hards it is. Sticks him on. He's out. Looks like a good pit stop as well. Now is he going to come out? Eat My Dust, overtaking him on the 18 lap old hards. Still yet to pit. Eat My Dust, Amir, Koru, and Bicep Man, and well, Talos has already pitted, but he really needs to pit soon. In about 7 laps time, maybe. If he conserves his tyres, he can wait till about lap 24, maybe. So conserve his tyres and wait then to pit. As we see, Amir catching up on Paulie Orange within the DRS zone, still yet to pit on 18 lap old mediums. See what he can do here. Gets DRS. Just waiting. Pardon me. Samir. I think Samir may pit this lap. He may think, oh yeah, let me push it 1 lap, try get another position, see if I can gain some space to Speed Alcoholic, Jishnu, because he'll really be competing for about a top 9 finish here, top 7 maybe. And he'll really want to stay within the DRS, push another lap, maybe even push another lap after this one, because he'll just want to keep getting ahead of them, that he doesn't have to compete with them, which everyone would want to do, but now we see that he's out the DRS zone, so in my opinion, I see him pitting as Talos KG gets a 3-second time penalty. Field's quite spread out now, just people chilling, trying to get in better lap times, maybe a fastest lap if they can push it. Seeing what they can do, see what their pace is on the hards or the mediums, whatever they're on. But I don't see the top three changing at all. Even if there's a safety car, I think, oh well, yeah, Kobu has to pit, so he'll probably come out about second or third. But in my opinion, when TF goes first again, even if there's a safety car, I honestly don't see anyone getting past TF, because we saw him battling with, I forgot his name in the car, but he's battling with someone as he came out the pits, or defending, or however you want to say it, and he was just gaining time no matter what. It's like, he was just like an ant to him. No mercy, just absolutely obliterated him. And that is an Alfa Romeo spun on track, and that's Jishnu. That's very unfortunate for him, as that gives his opponent, Amir, which he's competing with, when he would have pit, a big helping hand there. Because Amir now will probably come out around about maybe 6th, 7th, so now he's fighting against Emo and Dust. Well, he's fighting against the two Alpines, if maybe he can catch up to Emo and Dust and then get up to Alcohol, but he's really fighting Williams and the Alfa Romeo here. Talos comes into the pits for odds. Koru really needs to pit now, because, in my opinion, if he carries on, he's just going to get caught up. And then it'll be a useless staying out. Like, there'll just be no point. So, bottom three, I think they're out of the race. I'm sorry, but they're just out of the race. They've been lapped. Game over for them. I would go into the pits and retire. Or there's a sector 3 yellow flag. That is the Aston Martin, I think. Yes, it was. Don't know what happened there. Probably lost his traction. He's gone into the pits now. What? He's probably got wing damage. That may trigger a virtual if it was severe enough. No, he's retired. Fair enough to him. I can see why I don't want to carry on. There's nothing in it for him. Really is nothing in. Speed alcohol now. Trying to catch up to him here. Which he's doing that, incredibly. My god. He's catching up to him rapidly, and Amir thinks twice and goes, I'm not going to try stay out for another lap. He's going to catch up to me. He's going to battle me. I may as well pit now. See where he comes out now. This is going to be interesting for Amir. This will depend. Right, he looks like a really good pit stop in my opinion. He's... Oof. Will he come out? 7th or 6th? Will he? It's going to be... Wait. No, unfortunately not side by side into the corner, but he's on his outlap out of the pit, and it's again goes around the outside of him, an interesting overtaking spot. And it's again makes the move stick, and Amir just has to let him, because if he tries fighting it, he's got cold tyres, he may spin. And now Jishnu joining in on the action as well, thinking, I may nick a couple points off this man here. And I think he's going to wait it out. Oh, no, he's got 4 tenths up on him, but he has got a time penalty, and it was 5 seconds if I remember correctly, and he's going to be like, alright, I need to step on my A game. He's on softs. Once he gets these warmed up, I'm done. Which they're probably warmed up, but... And he goes for the overtake down the inside of him. And he makes the move stick. Like, Amir's just... He's trying his best, but it's not good enough. Now Jishnu needs to step on the pace a bit, step on the acceleration. Eat my dust with the fastest lap of 1:19.8. It's a good mid-table fight here between Amir, Jishnu and It's a Game, because they're all within a space of 1.8 seconds. And Amir catches up but is unable to make a move. DRS being useful there but not good enough for him, unfortunately. Whereas It's a Game is just gone. He's out of the DRS of well, Jishnu no longer has DRS because of it. Well, he may because of this Red Bull that is ghosted. Jishnu now within a second, nearly. So yes, he will have DRS down this little straight, what you want to call it. Oh, no, he doesn't. Does he? Does he not? Yes, he does. That's big for Jishnu to defend against Amir here. And It's a Game just needs to play. He doesn't have to really step on it because it's not like really they can make a move. Yes, they'll be up his bum or backside, whatever you want to call it, down the straight here. But really, he can save his ERS, wait for another lap, wait for them to start blinking or with their you let them use all their battery, and then all of a sudden he's going to be far ahead of them. Whereas Jishnu now catching up. I may be wrong here, he may dive bomb him. No, he decides to back out on Amir. On the softs, still can't make a move, unfortunately. This is really friendly battle going on in field, but I'm not making it a bad situation out of it. I'm happy seeing this battle. Amir now going. Oh, I thought he was going to go side by side there into that corner with Jishnu, but he decides, no, I'll wait. Now, Jishnu, up It's a Game, waiting to pounce. Needs to get past this lap, otherwise Amir's got him in the coffin here, in my opinion. Biceps Man pits for new softs. It's a weird move in my opinion, but oh well, it's his choice, not mine. See what he can do on those softs. He is 52 seconds behind though, and he's ghosted, so yeah. But they're going into the chicane, these three, all battling for sixth. This is probably one of the highlights, closest battle I've seen yet in today's race, longest one as well. Oh, and Amir's just went. He's going side by side. Oh, I thought he'd breeze past then. Oh, he has breezed past, and he may even take 2 in 1. 2 in 1. Oh my god, is he going to make the stick? No, he can't, unfortunately. But that would have been incredible. Into the first corner, I thought he had it then. He's made one move. He's went one down, one to go. Come on, bring it on. On the softs as well, soft against the hards. We already know who's going to be faster. The softs. Currently P7 for Amir, P8 for Jishnu, and a P6 for It's a Game. So if It's a Game can defend here, it's going to be quite a decent result for him, considering he's been not held back, but he's had to deal with people and having to lose time to battle with them. Koru setting a fastest lap. I didn't get to see that because I was too concentrated on this enthralling battle that is going on at the moment. It's really interesting, this is, to be fair. It's like, I wonder what the mindset of these drivers must be. They're like, should I attack, should I not, should I stay back, should I dive bomb, should I, you know what I mean? It's like so interesting. Well, Jishnu may try and make that back on Amir. He may be saying, I've had enough of you. Oh, but because Amir's on the soft tyres, he won't catch up, and he's going to just breeze past. It's a Game. There's a bit of contact there, but it's all right. They're both on track. I don't see damage on the on It's a Game's car, so he looks fine. Now it's just whether these two hard runners can stay on the softs back, try to stay in the DRS, stick it around. Whereas if we try to look at his ERS for Amir, he's at 30%. It's the Game's at around 27, and I can't see just now, but I guess it's high. Jishnu does need to step on it, to be fair. If he wants to get a P7, he needs to get a 5-second advantage, as we can see. Penalties, he's got 5 seconds, and Talos Cage, he's got 3 seconds, so really needs to step on it in these last 5 laps, or 6, if you want to count. My mouse is terrible. But anyway, we come down the straight with these three. Let's watch It's a Game. Let's see if he can make a move. Probably not, because Amir's just going through the air like it's nothing. He's like the Flash today. Amir on these softs. He's like, even without the RS here, he's still somehow making a gap between the hard runners. I don't know how, honestly. Incredible driving this race weekend.
Alright.
This battle between 6th, 7th and 8th Carter is incredible.
Oh yeah, God, they're quite close together, aren't they?
Amir and came out the pit nearly side by side with Jishnu, and he's bloody amazing, I can't lie. It looks really close, this does. And Jishnu's got a 5-second time penalty, and he really needs to step on it in these last couple of laps, which fortunately I don't see him doing anything here, really. He's probably just accepted now, I'll just stay behind, accept my 8th place. Severe Scott retired, he's gave up. Oh, and that's a sector 3. There's nothing there, is there? Don't know what's happened there then. Oh, and It's a Game spun. That's terrible.
He spun it.
Oh, that is absolutely terrible. He was on course for a bloody lovely game. And Eat My Dust now just went, thank you very much. You can eat my dust now.
All of a sudden, the closest fight is now for P5.
Well, I mean, Eat My Dust, he's on mediums. He can catch up to Jishnu within these last couple laps. I don't see him catching up to Amir, unfortunately, because he's on the softs. And
he is on the softs. But he's keeping pace roughly right now. Whether that will obviously change.
But on the straights.
Yeah, on the straights, that is. But you know what?
Yeah.
Jishnu is still holding pace even through these couple of corners. So these softs are just going to deteriorate quicker.
Yeah, true.
A possible move could be made in the later stages of this race. Like, I'm talking last lap kind of thing.
Yeah, last lap. He needs to stay within, well, not a second. He doesn't have to have DRS to have a chance. He can stay within about 1.4 seconds, in my opinion. Because then last lap burns all his ERS. And yeah, just praise and hope someone does a Latifi or mate, I don't know. Something.
Yellow flag, sector 2 and 3. What's
there's
causing
nothing.
that?
It's just a glitch.
Just a glitch. Yeah, I was about to say there's nothing there.
And see, the thing is, at the moment, Jishnu's got P7 at the moment, so he's got P6 at the moment as it stands down while Eat My Dust is going down the straight. Eat My Dust, he's like, okay, maybe, I don't know, should I try burn these tyres out to see if I can catch up, maybe make a move, or should I just stay behind it within the 4-second gap and like just let him have that penalty? And
well, yeah, because right now he's still got P6, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he's on 9-lap-old mediums, so he's still probably... Oh, no, he's on 14-lap-old hard. Sorry, I've got the wrong person. It's still possible for him to, right now, stay in that pace, stay in that range, and go up a position. I mean, he is. Right now, he's gaining time. Jishnu, his first time ever dipping under that second mark. So, I mean, he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to possibly...
The thing is, whether Jishnu can stay within the DRS of Amir, which he's doing very good at this on the hards as well. Like, if he can just use this as a train in a way, like, you piggyback me and I'll piggyback you, he can make that gap go up tremendously, but he can just piggyback onto Amir here, so...
I think his only way of really getting this 5 seconds is by having that DRS as a bit of a push through some of these corners, which, I mean, he's achieving. He's pulled another sort of half a second in the first sector alone, just sitting slightly closer to Amir right now.
Yes,
but if he can get past Amir, he's going to be in clean air as well,
yeah,
which means that he could possibly break
he's very close to him
this.
right now. Yes.
All of a sudden, he does look possible to actually hold 6th rather than drop to eat my dust.
He's having a push lap here, and he's got DRS down here now. So we'll see what happens down here. He may dive bomb, may just wait.
He's open DRS, so he's going for a move. I'm pretty sure.
He's gonna.
No.
He decides.
Had a look,
no.
backed out.
Oh.
But it's a late break for the AlphaTauri. The AlphaTauri messing up, not hitting the apex. That's opened up the Alfa Romeo. Lovely. So they continue to run side by side now into the triple chicane. They go. The Alfa Romeo on the slightly later brakes, but the AlphaTauri just blocks him out very, very well indeed. However, that's going to give the Alfa Romeo a perfect opportunity for a nice little run on DRS here. He's only 4.5 tenths back. He can definitely make a move down this straight.
Can I just say something to you, Carter?
Go for it.
Eat My Dust is now 5.2 seconds behind, so as it stands, he's going to get P6. This is all coming down to a last lap finale. This is cracking. This is.
Yeah, all of a sudden, this has got very, very tense indeed. Eat My Dust knows he needs to pick the pace up.
But meanwhile,
knows that he needs to keep his pace up as well. And
Amir, all he wants to do is he just. Wait, what does it say? Lap 32 out of 30.
We've got another lap.
Oh.
Another lap to go. Another lap to go.
Oh, my bad.
Final lap. Final lap.
Sorry. Oh, I was getting a bit confused. I was like, what? Leader getting lapped. Amir. I think Amir's getting a bit stressed here. Maybe. I think.
You know what? Amir should be quite comfortable right now.
Yes, he should.
He's in no danger whatsoever. If the Alfa Romeo passes him, so be it. He's not going to drop 5 seconds in a lap, you know?
Yeah, unless he spins or does a spinner lap. Whatever you'd like to say.
Glitch again.
Yeah, into the Alfa Romeo.
Eat My Dust now 7 seconds back, so he's pretty much out of this running at all.
I think he's left. He's ghosted on track.
He is. He's ghosted.
Oh, that's a shame. I think he's lost connection there.
Yeah.
Well, Vishnu can now chill now because he's just like, I'll
clearly the Alfa Romeo's.
What's my favourite movie?
The Alfa Romeo's glitching quite nasty, actually.
If he spins here and he crashes, I will cry to bits here. Although I don't even know who they are.
Eat My Dust has now dropped it. Although I think he's run out of fuel. Eat My Dust has run out of fuel. That's why he's going so slowly.
As we mentioned that, I'm sorry, TF comes across the line to finish P1 in Spain. I think he's led every single lap except for when he came into the pits.
Except for the pits, yeah.
Incredible race. Absolutely. We don't even have to talk to him. You can just see it by the results.
Yeah, I mean, we really haven't focused on this man at all the entire race, except for a very, very small snippet at the start where Paulie Orange was having a bit of a scrap with him. He's somehow managed to stay under the radar and yet win by a country mile.
Oh no, Eat My Dust has spun!
I think he's out of fuel.
Yeah, and
he's out of fuel
into the last corner, Amir and Jishnu go. Let's see how this ends. Probably Amir in front, to be fair, like, there's no point.
Oh, Amir is going to comfortably take it.
There we go. So, as it stands, it's going to stand like this. There's no overtaking really anymore. The finish of the race.
No overtakes are going to particularly take place. But Paulie Orange as well, great recovery from him after his little conundrum. He takes back the position he started. Core with another good run in the Red Bull. And Speed Alcoholic as well. I don't think he moved at all.
And,
no, he did. He went up 2 positions. But the top 3 drivers, exactly how they stood on the grid.
Yes,
sort of showing that they definitely had the pace in qualifying, and they proved it in the race. So, congratulations to them, to the podium runners. They're doing a great rally. Great race.
And, the thing is, only one person retired. It wasn't even like an accident. No safety cars, no virtuals. Cleanest race I've ever spectated, honestly. Clean racing, absolutely entertaining. I can't describe it in any other way. Amir, deserved driver of the day, in my opinion. Nice battles, clean, fair. Maybe a little tap on a wheel, but Really nice and clean. In front. And here comes our race winner. In the Williams. Oh, what a celebration, mate. That's me when I was 5. I love that celebration. And he lifts it. His team proud of him. There's more to come. I reckon these top 3 that are currently on there, I don't care what you say. I'm going to say the geezer in the Haas is going to win the league. I don't care what you say.
You think so?
I'm putting my bets on him.
I think it could have been a very different race had he not spun.
Yes.
However, it definitely could come down to these 3 drivers. TF Domino, he's won the race comfortably. He didn't really have any questions about that. Paulie Orange has shown that he's great at overtaking, and Core shows that he's got the pace because he got fastest lap of the race. So you got 3 drivers with 3 very important qualities to win races, all split between them, which could make for a really interesting fight.
The man that didn't get on the podium that I was watching, because I know he's the owner in that, but still, I was watching him no matter what. Speed Alcohol, I think he's a little bit underrated, because he had, if you look at his fastest lap, he was faster than anyone on, wait, no, that's me being dumb, innit? He's faster than, he's faster than second, so, he could be one to watch as well. He could be podium contender, maybe a title contender, depending whether weak tracks, strong tracks, it all depends what their weaknesses and strengths are in this game. It's just all about mental, really. Mental battles is all it is.
So that was, I agree with you as being that's one of the singular most clean races I've ever seen.
Yes.
That was fantastic, actually. I thoroughly enjoyed watching that with you, mate.
Same.
Even though I wasn't there for all of it, the bits that I did see were absolutely wonderful.
You should have seen that battle for P6. It was.
I know. I'm. As soon as we finish this, I'm going to watch it back because the way you've hyped it up, I think that's the best moment, even though I haven't seen it.
Emilia,
there you go.
On the softs, just whizzing through those 2 like it's nothing. So, can I have your 3 words to round up this race weekend for, I think it's FCRL?
Right. Great racing.
Okay, there's one.
Clean.
The
cleanest race I've ever seen.
Yes.
And intriguing.
I agree with that.
I'm going to say intriguing as to see what happens now, because this is definitely, to be honest, so far 2 leagues of MRLS
Sorry.
have started. BRL starts next week. I think
what one
both
are you
of the
commentating today?
So
at 8 o'clock?
no, not this week. It starts next week. But I'm doing BRL Wednesday, which is the channel that this used to be primarily of before we decided to merge.
It's a very good idea though to merge, because you get loads of content and the viewers aren't bored. It's just like daily uploads, really, just weekend breaks. If you think about it.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's gone from being 1 video a week, we're gonna have 4 a week. And I think it's gonna pop.
It's gonna ramp up. It's gonna get viewers in. It's gonna make people excited. Get people into the sport that are new as well. Like if they've never seen this is something to watch if you want to get into F1 and F1 games. If you think about it.
Yeah, exactly. And to have lots of different leagues as well. I think we're onto something here. I think we are.
Yes.
So,
yes, indeed.
On that note, you have the power of the stream, so it's your job to round out.
So the way I want to round out in my way is I want to hear from the viewers in the comments after this. I want to hear them say, in their opinion, whether they thought it was 1, a good race, and 2, who you think's going to win the championship. Because that is the most important part. I don't care. I want to see your opinions. I want to get you lot involved that are watching. I really do. Because it's the main part, isn't it, really, the viewer? You want them to have a good thing, don't you, Carter?
Of course, of course. Right.
So,
If I just
I'm gonna round off
we
now, guys.
are,
So,
yeah, round off, round off.
so there's some more races coming next week from what I know. I don't think there's any more races. I think there's a little event going on tomorrow for BRL or something. I forgot the league, sorry, but yeah, and hope you have a good day, and we'll see you on track. Goodbye.
See ya.